what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50-50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash App, $ usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20, with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
We offer the best grooming cutters for you. Dress so natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be a swagger. Style, class, and luxury. Makeup products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the black, yeah. Company, give you swagger. Style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. Black, gentleman, black, yeah. Company, give you swagger. Style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
Yo. What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to the Friday night chop session with Stormybman for this Friday, February 21st, 2025. This is number 175 in the series of chop sessions, as I come to you on the eve of the most highly anticipated fight card in most recent memory. And we're talking about the fight card of the century, featuring Artur Beterbiev taking on Dmitry Bivol in a rematch of their showdown for undisputed at the light heavyweight division from last October 12th, in which we saw Artur Beterbiev walk away for the first time with a decision in his career, as he won a close decision over Dmitry Bivol. And though it took those men several years, approximately almost 5 years, to face one another for that undisputed showdown, it's taken only 6 months for them to get back in and at it for the rematch. One of the reasons why this is being tabbed as the fight card of the century is that the undercard for this meeting of these two men, which will be the main event, the undercard stresses a host of battles that could all be main feature events in their own right for their respective promoters. But leave it once again to Turki Al-Sheikh and Riyadh Season events to put together a card like this, in which we can enjoy the luxury of having them all under one major event umbrella. It's amazing. And I'll tell you something, it's exciting because we haven't seen anything like this before. And though Don King has put together tremendous fight cards in his career of a promoter, none have been of the fare of what we'll see this coming Saturday, tomorrow, where these bouts, like I said, each could be a standalone main feature in its own right. And as I go through the card, what I noticed is we have the luxury of 7 bouts in total, which will be the main event card. 7. So you're talking about 7 world-class battles that could each be featured as its own main event. Wow. So welcome this evening, you guys. We're going to focus on that tonight. It's been talked about to death almost, but we've had also along the way leading up just in this week, which was the grand arrivals of the fighters in Saudi, that several circumstances have taken place, and 2 in particular, which has changed the final card to a great degree. The initial situation was early in the week where Shakur Stevenson, who was supposed to be taking on Floyd Schofield in a fight where Stevenson would be defending his WBC lightweight title, Schofield all of a sudden bowed out. And I'll leave it as simply as that because there's a lot of drama behind what happened, but it just turned out that the Schofield camp would not be ready to go through with the event. And so in the 11th hour, on 3 days' notice, Josh Padley, lightweight from the UK, undefeated, answered a call of emergency for a fill-in to take on Shakur Stevenson. The fact that he is a blue-collar laborer in his full-time life, but in his professional boxing career, he brings an undefeated record and answered when called. 15-0 he happens to be. And there is a slight possibility that he may even be better than Floyd Schofield, but only from a standpoint that people internationally do not necessarily know Josh Padley. However, Turki Al-Sheikh has wasted no time in bringing the best to face one another. So that 15-0 record where he comes in to challenge Stevenson, he's coming off of a September 2024 match where he upset Mark Chamberlain, who happened to be a contending fighter at that time. And it seems like the stroke of fate and luck and blessings have befallen Padley. So being able to go out there and take on the world champion in Stevenson is a dream come true. And the young man answered the call. What can you say but tip your hat to him? With the Schofield camp now out of the way, Stevenson does not have to waste his training camp, the opportunity to make the lucrative purse that was due and coming his way, and Padley will be blessed with the fortunes of furthering the quality of life that he lives, and maybe even be able to invest full time in his boxing career in the aftermath of this, whether he wins, loses, or draws. And the other aspect of that is the elevation that could come if he's only able to put on a good show. He's not necessarily favored to beat Stevenson, but the man took this opportunity by the horns when we've seen fighters who are in greater positions decide to not look Stevenson's way. And you can figure out the numerous men whom we can add their names to that list. So welcome everybody. You see what it is to even open up discussing this wonderful card. It's a tremendous thing. And see, if you profess, like I say all the time, to love the sport of boxing, these are the type of stories and bylines that really push this sport into a greater stratosphere. The second change was IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dynamite Dubois was going to be taking on Joseph Parker to defend his IBF title, and he took ill over 48 hours ago. Some type of, they're stating that it's some type of viral illness or whatever, but the physicians deemed him unfit to fight. And he's not even going to remain in Riyadh for the fights this weekend. He's going home because he's not doing well. Whatever has come upon him to the degree that he has to leave. Whether it's a viral thing that is kind of like the flu or whatever, it hasn't been specified. But let's just wish Mr. Dubois a speedy recovery, because many people were highly anticipating him showing his wares against Parker. And Parker was chomping at the bit because he felt that this was an opportunity for him to become a two-time world titleist. But lo and behold, Turki Al-Sheikh didn't stop just with the Joshua Padley situation with Shakur, but he reached around his ledger of fighters and reached out to Martin Bakole. Yeah, the boogeyman of the heavyweight division. He whom is self-proclaimed the next heavyweight champion because he can beat all of these guys and he will knock them all out, according to Bakole's words. Yeah! You see, you like a man of confidence, right? Ability and confidence is great. But if he can live up to his words, greater still. But through this process, salute to Joseph Parker, who, though he was training for a different fighter and a different style, called for this match. Let's see if we could get Martin over. I'll fight him. Wow. You see, this is what's called letting them drop, huh? Yeah, and you know what I mean when I say letting them drop, huh? Males only, yeah. But for Parker to initiate the fact that he would welcome an opportunity to face the likes of Bakole lets you know that not only is he primed and ready to move forward with a great fight, he wants someone that's going to test his mettle and challenge him. Now, we know that Bakole had a great fight coming up against Efe Ajagba, I believe in April or May. Forgive me, I don't have the date right in front of me. But the fact that Bacoli, though he was like in a pre-camp type circumstance, answered this call. So you see what's happening around the board is that fighters are starting to just step up to the challenge, people. The challenge, which means that on any given night, when you enter that ring, there is an opportunity that you could suffer a setback. And the fact that these men are ready to take that challenge on and bull by the horns. We look forward to that. But this had been such an era of those who were reticent to not go out there, not follow through, not answer the phone, and head straight to social media and boast and brag and point fingers and denigrate and put others down, ridicule, troll, a word that they like to use. But not these men. No. These are professionals. And you know, when you're being a professional, one thing professionalism calls for is for you to do your job to the best of your abilities. Yeah. This is where we are now. I've been telling you, the climate is changing. And it takes but a little bit of a push and press and others to take note of. And next thing you know, you have an entire crop of great fruit to be bore for us all. You see, because the bad fruit, was always sitting at the top of the basket. And nobody was willing to throw the bad fruit out. And sometimes you might just need to shake the bushel. And you recognize, oh, it isn't as much bad fruit as I thought. Let me just pick the bad out and we will feast on all that's good for us. Thank you, Turkey a la Sikh. You see, a lot of people are not getting this message, man. And it doesn't matter because everybody ain't gonna make it, And we know that with Stormybman reminding on a regular basis. Everybody ain't gonna make it. But would you not love to be in that number when the saints go marching in? Yeah! This is what it's all about. I'm telling you, grab your bags and get ready for the journey because it's gonna be a hell of a ride. And I'm not saying that this ride will last forever, but it is time for change. And I believe that you, just like myself, are ready for change. Are you not? Yeah. So, let's see who we got in the building this evening. We got Shower kicking it off early. What's going on, Shower? I saw you out there earlier today with your live stream. Hey, girl, I told you you'd be cooking. And thank you so much for joining me last night with my live stream of boxing raps. Further speaking on this great card. And you did a wonderful job. I really appreciate your efforts and you sharing your time and your space with me on the show yesterday. Thank you so much. G McCall09 is out there saying salute to the great sensei Stormybman. What's good with you? Boxing and Barbecue is in the building with us again saying evening Stormy. Tay Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk, is in the building saying, hey Sifu, good evening. What's good with you? And she says, hey chat, blessings. And you ladies, Shower and Tay Tay, please put the links for your channel in the chat while you're here. You don't have to continue to drop them, but put them in there so that they're there, and we will encourage anyone who has not yet signed up for you guys' channel. Please do so that we can spread that knowledge of what we do out here. Please do that for us. Universal Truth is back saying salute sensei. Derek Gaines, the legend, saying hello everyone. What's good with you? And he says Stormy B-Man salute. Boxing and Barbecue, my brother says tearing that hi-hat up. Freedom's March is back saying yo, my #1 student Antonio MMA is in the building this evening. What's good with you? He says, salute, sensei. What's good with you, bro? What's good? Antonio MMA, be on it, man. That's my brother there. JJ Anaya is out there saying, hit the like, stop peeping through the blinds. That's right. Or get your eyeball poked out, huh? Yeah! Mm-hmm. Who else we got out here? Steph Brown has come in, you guys, saying, be well, Stormy. Salute to the trackers this evening. Yeah. What's happening with you, Steph Brown? Good to see you, bro. Toby Smith is saying, well said. Salute. My brother Drew Titan is in the building saying, listening on the plantation. What's happening with you, man? Dritch Richardson says, salute Stormy, keep cooking on this Friday night. Oh yeah, hit the like button. That's right, that's right. And as I asked, we've got Shower, she's dropped her link for her channel out there. And if Tay Tay is still out there, Tay Tay, don't forget to drop yours too, because people love to hear that MMA and combat talk. And you do a great job of that as well. So we have to spread that knowledge. We are a community, and though we have differing ways of projecting and presenting, it's all inclusive. You know, speaking of that, the by title in my show this evening is What's with all the false accusations in boxing? And I would like to extend that over to the YouTube streets, because what's with all the false accusations in YouTube about Stormy B-Man and reused content, you guys? Do you know that these folks are still alleging, tripling down on an accusation of me reusing content on these airwaves? Can you believe that? And I'm not asking for you to blindly get behind and support me, but know the difference of what you look at and what side the bread is buttered on. Because I do not reuse content, people. Everything that I do is from my own creative process. They're charging that I'm looking at someone else and offering. This part will blow your cap backwards. I am offering no significant original commentary or educational value. Yes, let me say that again. Their charge against Stormy B-Man is I have repurposed someone else's content without adding significant original commentary or educational value. The policy that they charge me with applies to my channel as a whole. In other words, if I have many videos that violate their guidelines, monetization may be removed from your channel. I have a brand. I sell merchandise. My merchandise has my logos on it. My merchandise has my creative designs and the brother A Weapons creative designs. We have collaborated for what's sold on his website. Do you see? Now I'm trying to tell you, and I'm mentioning this on air because they tried to come at my show last night as soon as I ended it. But this is why we tell you guys, hit the like button, share the content, because there are people out here working night and day against what we do as a community. And when I get sour and upset at people for not just doing their simple basic job, this is why. A person like me can be victimized by what they're doing because they don't want to pay me, but they'll pay for the foolishness that you get all the time with these ass kissers out here selling their channels for people who don't deserve a second look. But I try to tell you guys in the most humble of ways, in the most simplistic of ways, sometimes trying to accentuate with humor and everything. But if you don't do your part, look at what they can do to someone like me. I don't mention other channels. I don't talk about other channels. I focus on what my intentions are, which is what I've always maintained, to bring you the most quality of content when it comes to talking about the sport of boxing and when I talk about kung fu films. That's basically what I do. And my kung fu content, which I do only a quarter of, gets far more views than you guys for my boxing content. Go figure. If it was about the money for me, I would be pumping kung fu through your freaking ears. You have no understanding about the representation that I have, which I always state. I lead by example. I walked around today and looked in a couple of chats of some of the brothers of the community, and I saw faces and names in the chats, but they weren't in my show last night. I play your commercials. I show support. Even if I have to stop by and say hello because I'm usually working when you guys are on or something like that. But I support. Where is mine? Lead by example. I am 60 years old. I don't have time to be out here reusing someone else's content. So what is with the false accusations in YouTube? It's because you let it happen. You say you support me, but when I go and I check my mentions, I don't see everyone mentioning me. I don't see them sharing the content. I don't. There are a handful of people who do, about 3 or 4. And 2 of them happen to be ladies. Yeah. But all of these young men out here, you got all that energy. You got all of that mouth to talk and everything. But where is my support from you? Where? You heard me tell just in this live my brother Antonio MMA, a young man who has written me personally, has given me personal messages about how I have enlightened him with the boxing knowledge. He didn't have to do that. I didn't ask him to do that. But that expression goes a long way. You know why? Because I have concrete evidence to battle these YouTube people, to show them, you see this comment here? This man is telling you what I'm doing for him. Not the bogus lies of not adding significant original commentary or educational value. What the fuck? I'm not out here talking about how big my muscles are. Huh? I'm not out here doing dick measuring contests. I'm not out here talking about other people. I try to talk about this sport, and you get mad at me for that. Because I tell you that there's a great deal of these fighters. They are not at their best. They're not being trained by the best. The best of their trainers need to be shored up. And people get in their feelings. It's called critique. I don't care that you don't like that I said it. What do I say? Prove me wrong. My shows are numbered. They have titles. My shows are plentiful, in which each and every one of them differ. Whether we're talking about the call-in, we're talking about the post-fight, the Tuesday tussle, the boxing raps like what I did last night, the Friday night chop session, Nerds on Culture, Kung Fu Film Focus. Where am I setting aside the time to reuse someone else's damn content, people? Where? Your guess is as good as mine. Prove it to me. I am not lying when I say this to you. No lies told. Can you imagine someone just lying on you, telling falsehoods, and then restricting your income as a result of that? Think about that. There's something horribly unethical about that, people. Horribly unethical. Because you don't see the faces that are doing this. There's no names associated with this. And then they can operate and manipulate and pull strings from behind the scenes and affect you this way. Stormybman should be at 8,000 subs right now. Last fall, they stopped my subscribers. They slowed it down. They stopped my channel's growth. There are people who say, well, they can't do that. Yes, they can. They can do a great deal more than you know. But see, it would be moot if my true supporters did what they were supposed to do. Share the video. Hit the like button. Numbers don't lie. They could play with the numbers if the numbers aren't there, meaning like if you guys don't do, why do you think that they send informational emails out to content creators? If you would like to increase your views for your channel and increase your subs, give us a holler back and we can help you grow your channel. Sell out. We will help you. We will add an additional 20,000 subs to your channel. We will add an additional views to the algorithm. But just don't talk about Devin Haney so much. Talk a little bit more in the positive about Canelo Alvarez. We know that you may not like Tyson Fury, but pull back on talking about him so negatively, huh? Sound familiar? We've been letting you know what's going on the whole time, but you ain't been paying attention. And then you wonder why so many of the brothers who were once in the bosom of the community are now ostracized, excavated, huh? Some on their own accord, others by their lack of ethic. And we don't even talk about those people, but they go on the outside and they talk about us. Making memes and videos and thumbnails with our images in them and everything. Isn't that fucking reused content? You ain't me, but you got my image on your thumbnails on your channel. Am I lying to you? Integrity can be an expensive thing. But if you can flip against your own, if you can stab your own in the back, cut their throat for others that really don't give a damn about you, you are the worst of sorts, man. And God's breath shouldn't be in your body. Isaiah GQ, what's happening? Royal Constrictor, what's going on? This is not new. It's been going on for some time. It's just that they finally got around to me. Before I got hot, before I went viral, before I have eyes on me, but with nearly 2 million views to my channel, I got eyes on me. They can't stop that. But they cannot reveal it to me how many eyes are on me. But that's why having an external monitor of my progress assists me with knowing my true value. You remember those cards that I would put up sometimes that say 1 million views, 700,000 views, 850,000 views? Yeah. That came from my external monitor, not from YouTube. Because when they let me know those numbers and figures, YouTube was nowhere to be seen. Huh? 1 million people are not watching you to not support you, to not admire your labor. Because people have other ish to do. Yeah. Don't you? Thus far, in this channel, only 25 likes, but over 50 views. Now I know that there's more than 25 that like what's being said, stated here, whatever, because people have an appreciation, especially when you are speaking facts. But just like they jumped in on my show from last night, trying to pick apart the music that I played in my show that was in the YouTube library, I just hadn't used it in a while. It wasn't some music that I went out and selected and was like, let me play this. No, that was a tune that I had downloaded from the YouTube music library. And here they come. The show was barely 5 minutes finished. The song that's playing right now is from the YouTube library. You see, what they can do is they can go and remove songs. And they'll say, oh, this is copyrighted material. You can't use this. But understand, when I selected it, it was available. I've received no notifications. This song is no longer available. So this is the game that they play. So when I tell you these things, it's not that I'm trying to cry and bemoan and groan. I'm educating you on how they get down. How many videos have come across your page today that's playing someone else's content? And those channels are still monetized. Some people play full video, full audio. Some people have the images and everything. They don't alter nothing or whatever. And they definitely do not offer any original commentary or educational value. Shower says right, and depending on the date the content was made and the date that they removed, there shouldn't be an issue. Absolutely, Shower. Absolutely. JJ, what's happening? You see the design of this backdrop I have here? Make it look like a Jumbotron. I got the pictures of the legends behind me. Sugar Ray Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Evander Holyfield. The three favorite fighters of us three wise men, Kurt Sugar, Scrapbook Boxing, and myself. This is what we do, how we do what we do. One of the reasons I stopped doing the reviews of fights is because they were starting to come at me about that. fights that were old fights that you could get from the library. You could get them on YouTube or whatever, and there's plenty of channels that upload them all the time. Some people have fights that they recorded on their own VHS and transfer it to digital whatever, and they upload it. But they try to tell you you can't play that stuff. Okay, fine. I stopped. There's still channels, new channels, that are bringing and uploading this stuff every damn day or every other week or whatever. Where's the attack on those people? Absolutely, Shower. Fights that people have on their channel. Isn't that copyrighted? You damn right it is. What I like about the Zone is the Zone, they will come and get your behind for doing that stuff. So will Top Rank Boxing. But that stuff is public domain once it's been played and replayed across the world. If you could watch it on YouTube in the UK, you should be able to watch it on YouTube in America. But see how they play these games, because there are people that they will demonetize for that, and there are people who they'll let it go. But if you are a sellout channel, they definitely will turn the other way. And then what they do is they direct you to their policy. Their policy. So I have to sit up here and reveal to you what they do to me, so that you have an understanding about how things are conducted out here. And as I've stated many times in the past, if you do share my content to your own channel and page, or to other avenues of social media, be it Facebook, IG, X, which was once Twitter, I'll get a notification for that. I get the notifications. So even out of the 28 plus people who liked the content, how many would be willing to share it? Because if all 28 did that, do you know what kind of boost that would be for the channel? It's simple, but it works, and it's most effective. It's effective. But see, that's just like in our real life community, how we don't support and endorse one another for the most positive of things. But boy, you will support the negative stuff. don't understand. I have no understanding of it. But for these people to tell me that I offer no significant, these are their words, significant original commentary or educational value. Do you know how much of a diss and insult that is for someone of the creative process that I am? Why do my post-fight shows run into the thousands? Because people know that there is someone out there talking about fights in the aftermath, and they will come by to see what I had to say, whether they agree with it or not. My view is not going to be like someone else's view. But they come in numbers. If it had no value, no one would come. They're watching my shit, going back, doing their thing, talking their words on their platforms. Yes, they are, Shower. Yes, they are. But once again, as I said earlier in this show, where's my support? There are community members that don't even stop by. Don't even say, yo, what's up, Stormy? And give me a thumbs up. Whether they live right now or not, whether they're doing shows with panels or not, support is support. That's how you know what's real and what's not. And then you get the nerve to stick your little ugly lip out. Because somebody said something. Somebody mentioned that you ain't real. That you ain't got no real true value of your damn self. That's not me saying it. That's your actions saying it. Well, actions don't talk. Yes, they do. Because if you ain't around, you ain't supporting. Like I said, you could wave. You could stop by. Hit the like button and say, salute, Stormy, have a great show. But not even that. But then when I do hear you mention me, the OG, fuck a OG! I'm a man! OG is an acronym. And in these times of which we live, you motherfuckers use acronyms in all different kinds of ways that do not exemplify what they once meant. So it could be anything coming out of your mouths. And it doesn't necessarily represent respect. Imagine if people moved the right way. We could move mountains. The word of God says, when the people came together and were on one accord building a tower to reach the heavens, he said he has to stop this, otherwise they will achieve their goal. So the Tower of Babel was knocked down. And division of man came by way of different languages. But I offer no original commentary or educational value in what I do here. When the Schofield family pulled what they did in the promotion leading up to this week for their challenge of Shakur Stevenson's WBC lightweight title, they brought disgrace upon themselves and the sport of boxing for anyone who supports that type of behavior, antics, and actions. When I spoke on it last night, I said, get guys like that the hell out of my sport. They didn't have to be there. But they talked themselves into the opportunity. And the cold feet of not wanting to go through and complete the process should not be overlooked. Remember, he didn't even show up at the original presser to announce this card Oh, the excuses about passports and all of that. If you don't get the hell out of my face with that kind of bull crap. You see, in order to be professional, it sometimes means doing the difficult. And if you ill prepared, just let them hang, because the experience is important. It's experience that you don't have. A professional is a member of a profession or any person who works in a specified professional activity. The term can also describe the standards of education and training that prepare members of the profession with the particular knowledge and skills necessary to perform their specific role within the profession. Where were the Schofield's professionalism? Where? What defines a professional? Professional workers take responsibility for their own behavior and work effectively with others. High quality work standards, honesty, and integrity are also a part of the package. Professional employees look clean and neat and dress appropriately for the job. Answer me this. Why, with everything that alleged happened to them, with difficulties and inexplicable circumstance, was everything attributed to Shakur Stevenson? Not that the young man has a track record of doing things or having some type of unseen hand that can touch someone else's personal life. Last time I checked, he's just a professional fighter who recently just changed promoters and is trying to get his feet wet with a new promotional team. So he's coming to your home and he's breaking in and he's doing things to your motor vehicles and all of this. Really? Where are the criminal charges? Now, if you're saying this for attention and shock value, but they happen to be a myriad of lies, shouldn't there be a penalty to pay for that? Shouldn't you incur some type of retribution? Check this out. What does it mean if someone is professional? To most people, acting like a professional means working and behaving in such a way that others think of them as competent, reliable, and respectful. Professionals are a credit not only to themselves, but others also. Did the Schofields show professionalism? Did they work and behave in such a manner that others think of them as competent, reliable, and respectful? Now, Shower, you understand why last night I said what I said about get them the hell out of my sport. And the Ryan Garcias, too. The Ed Reynosos, too. These people exercise poor ethic. And they're in a position and on a pendulum that sway the sentiment of people due to ethnicity and all of that. But the ethics are horrible. And if you are accepting of that because of who they are ethnic wise, then your choices are every bit as poor as theirs. Yeah. No educational value, though, coming from Stormybman. Now over 70 something views and still only 30 likes. So tomorrow's fight card, the main event, should start roughly 5 p.m. Central Time. Bitterbeef, Bivol 2. Buatsi and Callum Smith should enter the ring around 12:30. Kicking off that event. Now, there will be fights as early as 9:30 a.m. I think that's the before the bell preliminaries. So it's going to be a day chock full of boxing. I'm going to get my rest so I can get up and check it out. But for those of you who participated in this evening's show in the chat, you were seen and most definitely appreciated. But I'm going to get ready to get out of here because I'm not going to stay on for an extended time, because I think I've expressed some things that were definitely necessary, centered around a lot of the fuckery that we see on a continuous basis. And the moderation of this said fuckery is inappropriate, unethical. And it happens to deal with people who are abusive in their authoritative power. And they must be brought to justice for that. This is not a world where you can just do to people what you want to do, even though it appears that way. No.
Bullshit?
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yeah. And so it comes to an end, this Friday night chop session, number 175, where we say, what's with all the false accusations in YouTube and in boxing? Yeah. I'm debating whether or not I'll do a post-fight show for tomorrow. Because though the card be exciting and everything, we'll find out from other people. Let them reuse some content and talk what they talk with no, what do we call it? No original commentary or educational value on their thoughts about the fights. Because it's obvious I'm not appreciated over here. You see how nil the numbers are. So it is what it is. Peace.
Are you shocked, Mr. Williams?
Only at how sloppy your man works.